Alright guys, so we got this. I'm just showing you on one of my spare motors. We got the fuel ball valve, the fuel drain ball valve for the fuel filter bowl. And what happened on the one on the truck is the nipple right there broke off and it's stuck in the hose. So we took the 4 Torx screws off and we're getting ready to swap this for the one on truck that we're working on. So we're going to do a little short and show y'all how to do that. I wanted to show you on this because there's not going to be a whole lot of good footage because it's such a tight area. But just a ball valve on the back of the thing, and this nipple right here is the one that goes on this little hose that's on the steel line, if I can get everything in the frame. So we're going to try and get that off. If not, we may change the whole steel line, but that's our culprit. We don't really see any leaks, but when you drain it, it dumps diesel in the valley, so we need to get this little nipple fixed. So let's see if we can get that done.
Alrighty, y'all, what we're gonna do here is catch most of the fuel out of the fuel bowl into this water bottle. I'm gonna press a little piece of hose against where the nipple was, and then a 1-inch socket. We'll get this off and drain the rest and take the filter out, see if there's any crud in the bowl, and she should be flowing better.
Alright guys, we got the fuel drained. Some of that may not have been in focus, but we just put a Coke bottle down there and made a little hose to hold up against the hole and get ourselves you know, drained a little bit where we can pull the cap without making too much of a mess in the valley. So we can pull this and suck out the rest, and then we won't have any diesel coming to see us, and then we'll start getting the ball valve off, see if we can get you a good shot of that. And it looks like it's a T20 Torx bit for the 4 holes on the ball valve, and it just comes right off. So we're gonna get this filter swapped out or drained and ready to go, and then we'll get back to you. Okay guys, I got the bottom plate pulled out. We got a little sludge in the bottom. It's not really that bad. A lot of times, you know, you get some crap in your drain line where you open the ball valve on the back and you don't get any fuel in the bottom. And if that happens, you know, check the bottom, see if you got any dirt daubers or anything in there. But a lot of times you get some crud from here that's clogging it up. What I'll do is I'll just leave it open, pointing into a pan, and turn the key on and see if the fuel pressure will blow that line clean, and if not, you'll have to get in there. But since we're already in here and we're kind of inspecting everything, it looks like we need to go ahead and suck this out of here. So I'm gonna stir it up with a screwdriver. I'm gonna dilute it with a little diesel and suck it out with a brake bleeding tool right here and vacuum that out of there, so that'll be clean. And just so you guys can see, we're cleaning up the O-rings and the ball valve. That long piece is the check valve that goes under the stem on this plate, which is your fuel pressure, your fuel filter check valve, which allows it not to run without fuel filters in it. And then the little wire right here that you see is that's your fuel bowl heater, and that snakes through this right here where this little opening here, little oval is, and lays on top. But anyhow, all right, let's get that sucked out. All right, so I'm gonna take some of this clean diesel and I'm gonna dilute some of this mud that I stirred up on the bottom, and we're gonna suck it up with the brake bleeder. So y'all excuse the noise. I'll probably try and mute it out in editing, but we're just using this to vacuum it up. All right, go ahead and squeeze it all the way. Let me get some more. That got a good bit of it up. We got most of it up, but a few little areas that we need to hit again, so I'm just gonna dilute it again and trying to keep any diesel or mud out of that center hole, which is the opening, you know, going into the truck, or you know, where the fuel is, you know. Y'all know what I'm saying. All right, go ahead and miss it. Got it wide open. Alrighty. Alright, so that's a little better. So now we're going to start reversing our assembly. Let me see if I can get a clamp for the camera and get y'all set up. We'll go ahead and, I guess, go ahead and put this all back together with a filter, and then we'll cap it off so we don't get any dirt in it and start working on the backside doing the valve change. Okay guys, we took all this apart and cleaned it. You got a little O-ring here, a little O-ring here. So this is how this all assembles. The spring sits on the end. This little plunger has a socket for this rod, and it stabs all the way up into the top of this tube, and then this plate goes on the end of the tube, so it sits right here, and the two torques are going to compress this spring a little bit, give you some spring tension. And this little oval hole right here is where your fuel bowl heater wire sticks through, and it lays around on top of these little posts, and then the torques hold it down. So that's how that's going to go in. I just wanted to show y'all how that was orientated in case you did like us and took it apart and kind of wondered how the hell it went back together. Alright, so we're going to take a paper towel and we're going to try and mop some of this gradue up a little bit. Since we've stirred it up and loosened it, I'm trying to get as much as we can while we're in here. Okay, that's looking a little better. See if we can get one more little spot right here. Alright, I think that's good as that needs to be. Alright, so we need our little... Okay, so we got our assembly here. We're gonna drop into the hole. Yeah, like that. Alright, let me get this back in its spot. Oh shit. Alright, round 2. Fuel bowl 1, mills 0. Okay, so you can see right there we got a little spring tension, so we're gonna let that sit. We got our fuel bowl heater. We're gonna line up this the notch with the oval knockout and slide it on, and we're gonna get this fuel bowl heater wire snaked into that opening like that and laying out on top. And then there's our, looks like we're lined up on our Torx holes. So I need that, and where's the T20 bit?
On the ratchet.
Oh. Alright. let's see if we can. Well, let me try and do this with fingers. I don't think that's gonna fly. That's okay. I got the right tool for this job. Come here, little fingers. You live. You get to set the springs.
Okay.
Or set the Torxes. I don't know if you set them with this.
Where's it?
There's one in the fuel bowl and one up there. The one in the fuel bowl is loose. I just couldn't get my digits are too fat, man. When I got brain surgery to do, we turned it over to Tristan. Tristan's the delicate operations manager, and I'm the bull in the china shop. So what do? You get one started and run it down a little bit, and then get the other one started, or what?
Yeah, just to get one started is the funnest part.
You're making me look bad. I don't need any help with that. I can do that pretty good on my own.
Man.
Alright, so we're going to snug those two Torx down. We're going to make sure our little heater wire is laying properly. And then just go in with the lubed up filter.
Sure.
Okay, so we got the O-ring in place on the filter, and we got the new O-ring on the cap.
Yes, sir.
Is that the same
This is
wedge type O-ring that was on the other cap?
Yes, sir. This is the cap that came off.
Okay, I want to use that because the other one's stripped.
Okay.
Or
Well,
starting to strip.
Just because the inside of this one would snap with this filter. The other one just had kind of a... It didn't have a snap built into the cap.
But
so.
it would just stick on there and grip.
No, it just kind of... It have a locating pin in the middle where it plugs into the other side of the filter.
Okay, so that's a better setup then.
Yeah.
That's what we
Yeah, I
need.
think this is... I don't know if it's Ford, but it looks like the Ford one.
Okay, well that's cool. I've been running Wix for so long, but Wix has lost their damn mind going from $30 a filter to over $50 a filter.
Wow. Yeah.
So
Definitely.
you can stop the camera when you're ready if you want.
Yeah, I think we're good to
We
go.
just disturbed it, so.
Okay, I think we're good to go.
Okay.
To go back on. You want to pre-fill it a little bit?
Nah, we'll cycle the key and get it. If you pre-fill it, you're gonna dump it all out when you pull the ball.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do that.
Come on, man. like Joe Biden. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Bye, Shaq.
I think that's clean enough. Just kind of eyeball that O-ring real quick, and if she looks good, she's lubed up, you can throw her on there. But yeah, you usually got to push down and catch a thread, you know.
Yeah, I usually put the filter on in there.
Well,
It's okay.
you're the one stuck it on the cap.
You can just suck it up like this.
Yeah. Just make sure your O-ring for the cap is, you know,
Yeah.
laying right before you get it run down all the way. The Wix one comes like made into the cap and it doesn't like unsnap. So you just got to kind of push down on it and walk it down slow and, you know, give it a non-gorilla snug so we can get it off next time.
Yeah.
You can stop that.
Okay, we're gonna go in with the T20 Torx, and it's 4 long screws, and the fuel bowl ball valve will come right out of there. Let's see. I get on it, shit. Because it's not working.
Huh?
It's not working.
What's not working?
Me.
You broke it?
Shit. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Do I not have enough swing?
We can
right
put
size.
the bits fitting in there?
I don't think so. I don't see why it wouldn't.
You're messing up the video quality.
Oh, that's the camera. The hell is that? Shoot, man.
You rubbing on the camera like a cat loving on the audience. If y'all hear Tristan purring, don't worry about it. You want to try a different bit?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Till we get this figured out. All right, guys. Well, in typical Ford fashion, the filter we pulled off, or the ball valve we pulled off of a parts motor, has T20s for Torx on the back, and apparently this one has T15s, so we had to call an audible and change mid-game. So Dr. T has got his surgical pinches in there and trying to dislodge it, and you gotta shake it loose and kind of hold that little put them over here, T. Look, on this side they don't have holes on the passenger side. All right, so this is our cleaned up donor with the nipple on it, and this is the dirty one that just came off, and you can see the nipple right here is broken off. So we're just going to put this on our donor motor just to cover the holes. And there was a difference in the Torx. The one had T15s, one had T20s. All right, so we cleaned up the back of the pump where the O-rings go, and we're going in there and put our 4 Torx in and line up our little upper, the white, this piece, you know, it snaps in at the top, and we'll be able to plug in our drain hose to the back and have it drain under the truck instead of in the valley. So that is basically doing the ball valve. Again, I didn't have a kit for O-rings, but we had a good one that wasn't dripping off another motor, so we're gonna just swap it out for right now, and that way we can, and we needed to change our filter. So basically that's a filter and a ball valve swap. All right, guys, well, that's going to be a short for this one, and we're going to continue on with the truck too. So if you're watching the short, thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed it and learned a thing or two, and we appreciate you watching. And if this is if you're watching the playlist on the truck, we're going to keep on going with the next thing.